Hello everyone, it's Toby Morrison, the founder of CFS Health. And in this live stream, I'm going to talk about the 3 keys to recovery from ME CFS. And this is ultimately a pathway that's going to help you regain control of your health, your life, and ultimately help you start to live a normal life again. So I'm going to break it down really simply. I've got my whiteboard here behind me, which I'll show you in a second. Actually, I'll show you right now. That's my whiteboard. We're going to talk about the 3 keys to ME CFS recovery. Some of you may know me. My name is Toby Morrison. Like I said, I'm the founder of CFS Health. We've been helping people online since 2013. We've helped over 5,500 people in 78 countries now. And it's what we do every single day. I'm in the headquarters right now. Hey. If you're joining us live, let us know in the chat, where are you tuning in from? Hey, Daniel. Hey, Lise. And let me know, just type in the word ME CFS if you've got chronic fatigue syndrome or if you've got long COVID or fibromyalgia. And I just want to say thank you for being here. So many of you have been dismissed by your doctors, by the medical field, and it just sucks. There's no help. I got an email from a client this morning who's in England, and she was so thankful for the work that we do because her daughter's getting the support she needs. And she's, these guys are in England, and they're like, we are just in the abscess of no help whatsoever when it comes to recovery. So she was so thankful for our online recovery program because up until that point, they had no help for her daughter. Marilyn, hey Merlin, you're in Netherlands, you've got chronic fatigue, we've got Germany, hello, we've got so many clients in Germany. It's one of our biggest European countries that we help people. Hey Andrew in Melbourne, awesome. We've got A in Scotland, CFS and long COVID. Adam, Dan Mac, I think, England as well. So yeah, if you want to know, firstly, there's a thing called Foundations. It's our 5-week jumpstart recovery program for people who want to stop pushing and crashing, who are constantly overdoing it and, basically getting into these crazy states of overwhelm and extreme symptom onsets. And if you want to stop that and you want to get stable and you want to start progressing with your health so you can start to live again and do normal life things again, and I'll share with you some cool stories in a moment about that. All you need to do is click the link in the bio. There's 3 days left to go before the doors completely close this year. If you want to jump on the 5-week recovery program by CFS Health, it's going to be an absolute game changer. Let's do this, team. By the way, congratulations to Anne-Marie Wordley. We've got Lachlan, Lisa, Daniel, Melinda. We've got Julie, Daniela, Monique, Lisa, David, Andrea, Catherine, Tasha, Sondi, all of you guys from UK. We've got people in Czech Republic, UK, USA, New Zealand, Australia, Sweden, Canada, Israel. So we've got a bunch of people from all around the world who have just joined Foundations. And if you join in the next 24 hours, you'll also get private access to me via WhatsApp, where I'm going to help you more on a personal level every single week over the 5 weeks that we work together. Let's do this. So 3 keys that you really need to understand when it comes to chronic fatigue syndrome. Okay, one of the biggest problems that I see, and the biggest problems that most people message us on Instagram, is literally the fact that you are inconsistent with your recovery. You have no consistency with your health. So 1 minute you're good, and then the next 10 days you're not good. Matt Smith says, what's the biggest difference between CFS Health and CFS Recovery? The person who started CFS Recovery did CFS Health. You can go find the success story on our YouTube channel. I'm not going to say any more about that. You can do your own research. We're the most comprehensive program in the world. So we cover every aspect of recovery. We are not just a brain retraining program that teaches one technique and doesn't teach you how to recondition your body. If you are serious about really having a holistic approach and treating yourself as an entire human being, you need to have a comprehensive approach, right? You have a musculoskeletal system. You need to retrain your nervous system, but we need to actually recondition your body, right? And so we teach you how to do that every step of the way. Okay, let's go to the whiteboard. So I probably shouldn't do that. That's why I got told off at school so many times. I was such a naughty kid. I was a very, very naughty kid, and teachers didn't like me because I would do things like that. Okay, let me flip this camera around. Let's talk about it. So 3 keys for ME/CFS. The biggest thing that no one talks about, first and foremost, have a guess what it is in the chat. What do you think the number one thing you need to do first in order to get recovered and get your life back? Type it in the chat. What is it? What's the one thing you guys think you need? This is the biggest problem that you have. Hey DK, great to see you here. Lisa says focus. That would help. TMC says no clue. Mindset. Well, the biggest root cause for literally 99% of the people, and I'm going to talk about pacing in a second because it's not pacing. Pacing is not a good idea. And it's not your fault. Everyone tells you that you need to pace, but pacing keeps you stuck in managing your illness, and managing your illness becomes a full-time job, and you don't need a full-time job on top of recovering from chronic fatigue syndrome. Does that make sense, team? Let me know if that makes sense. Give me the nod. So here's the problem. All of you are expending energy that you don't have and then wondering why you feel like absolute crap. Yeah. Hey, Tyndale, great to see you here, Miss C. It's a full-time job, right? You do not need a full-time job on top of recovering from chronic fatigue syndrome, and doctors tell you to manage the damn thing. Oh, good luck. You have to manage this for the rest of your life. Bullshit. You don't. Why am I saying that? And I'm very passionate about this because every single week I see people get their lives back. Hundreds and hundreds of people are in our mentorship program every single week. Hundreds. I'm standing at my client wins board. I can't show you all of them because some of these people are private members and we don't want to share their names, but like, I'll show you one pretty damn cool one right now, actually. Let's see which one can we show you. Okay. Let's show you this one. This is Raf. This lady here. She is doing so damn good. She has her life back now. She goes on the mountain slopes in Europe, snowboarding, skiing. When she started with us, she couldn't even lift her head out of bed. That's how unwell she was. Crazy. Now she's snowboarding and skiing down mountain slopes for fun. She's got this amazing goal as well, like walking, I think it's 100 kilometers. She's an amazing human. But here's the biggest problem that most people face, and she faces, and every single person that we've worked with faces, is that they put themselves in an energy deficit and therefore they never progress and get better. And so they get stuck in this like push or pull. When you have energy, you exert it, you get yourself into an energy deficit, and then you feel like shit. And then you do nothing because you feel like shit, because you should do nothing when you feel like crap. And you push and you crash and you push and you crash, and you repeat this vicious cycle, and then you don't know what to do. You're at dead end. You feel like giving up. And so the number one thing, first and foremost, the first stage of recovery is to restore energy. Right? We have to restore energy. If you don't restore energy, how are you supposed to get better? I'm looking at all these people on our board. There's literally faces of people from all around the world, smiling, happy, doing life. And the first thing we stopped was energy deficit. Yeah. And so Raf, that lady who is now mountain slope skiing, and she's so happy, by the way, she's amazing. what we did initially is we actually started with restoring energy in the body first. So she stopped pushing and crashing and she stabilized. So really what we're doing here is creating stabilization. Okay? Now, when we stabilize, we restore energy. When we're unstable, and you know this feeling, when you're not stable, you don't have energy, right? Yeah. Yes, DK. When you recover, you can do whatever the hell you want. That's the whole point, right? You can do your life. We've got so many people who have recovered, who are back in the gym, hiking, marathons, retired, traveling around the countryside. No, supplements isn't going to fix this problem. Supplements will not fix the unstableness that you're creating, not by your own fault, with the ups and downs. And so what we need to do is stop overdoing it in the first place. And how do you do that? You create a baseline, right? Once you stop the push-crash cycle, you can start to move forwards, right? But if you're constantly going up and down, up and down, and up and down, the body and the brain can't adapt. And so what we teach and what we do with our clients every single day is we help your brain and body adapt appropriately to the stimulus that you give it, because it's appropriate, because it's the right thing at the right time. And when you do the right things at the right time, you get the right results. But see, this is what you're all missing. If you're on this live stream right now, or you're watching this video, and you're stuck and you're not better, it's because you're missing step 1. You're trying to do step 2 and step 3, and you're missing the most fundamental thing that's going to help you get there. It's like you're stepping over step 1 and you go on to step 2, step 3 before you go on to step 1. Can't do it. Not going to work. So, you might be thinking, well, what's step 2 and what's step 3? Think about this. When you stabilize and restore energy in your body, what can you do? Comment in the chat. What's step 2? After step 1, once you've restored energy in the body, yes, Sian, it's totally possible to restore energy even if you've got young children. We've got single mums in our program. It's harder, but it's possible. Again, you have to have a flexible plan. We have a training inside our hub called the Perfect Imperfect Daily Routine. That would be perfect for you. If you're a mum, know that it's possible to get better. It's not necessarily any easier, but it's possible. So guess what? Once we restore energy and stabilization in the body, this is the number 1 key word you need to think about. You can go to step 2, which is Restrengthen stage. Restrengthen. Now, this isn't just about your muscles. This is about re-strengthening your entire being and body and brain. Re-strengthen cognitively, re-strengthen physically. Keyword, appropriateness. Keyword, appropriateness. Okay? So, once we get a stable baseline, we stop pushing and crashing. We stop having this inconsistent vicious cycle that you're on right now. We create consistency, because it's the number 1 thing everyone's lacking, and they're skipping step 1. Once you do that, then you can go into the re-strengthen stage. That's when you physically and cognitively start to rebuild and recondition your brain and your body. But so many of you are missing step 1, and that's why you can't even go past step 2. So when I'm talking about re-strengthen, I'm actually talking about you doing life again. So Matt, tell me in the chat, what's something that you want to start doing again? Tell me, all of you, what's one thing that you'd love to start doing again, physically or cognitively? Someone here just said, why so vague? This is the funny thing. You want something complex, but the truth is recovery isn't complex. What I'm giving you is actual facts of recovery. And the thing is, you're going, why is it so vague? It's not vague, it's simple. Don't confuse vague with simple. This is a simple process and pathway that's been working for over 16 years now. Go and jump on our YouTube channel. Go and watch the success stories. Here we go. So Restrengthening won't work until it starts being cognitive. Okay, so Mystical says, I want to start working again. Tika says, work again as well. So yeah, more cognitive capacity, C. Tyndale says. Matt wants everything for free, someone said. There's heaps of free resources on our channel. I'm doing this free live stream right now for you. Travel again's a fantastic one, and a really big one actually that requires both physical and cognitive capacity. Yeah, so A1911, pacing will keep a fixated approach and won't allow you to progress. And so I'll show you what progression looks like in a second. Yeah, read a whole book. This is fantastic. Socialize again. That's awesome, Sian. Golf and gym, fantastic. Oh, there's a photo of a client playing golf. I'll see if I can show you. I think she hit a hole in one as well. It was such a good photo. Wilma, her name was, and she sent it to me and she said, look, Toby, I'm playing golf again. And it was such an epic photo. I don't even know where it is. I'm sorry, there's like 3,500 photos, client photos on my iPad, and I'm not going to waste your time looking for it. All right, so we've got some really good comments here. Exercise again. Do you have to wake up in the morning with energy? Yeah. How do you restore energy? By stop pushing and crashing and putting yourself in an energy deficit. I just gave you the answer before. Okay. Can you run again? Absolutely. We've got clients all around the world who are running again who couldn't even get out of bed. Yeah. Go to a concert. Yeah, these are great. Okay. These are fantastic. So all of those things you mentioned fall under this umbrella here. So if we think about it, we re-strengthen cognitively and then physically. Those two are really important. Now, here's what I need to explain to you that's very, very important. I might even have this on a piece of paper before me. Okay, this is fun. Actually, let's do a brand new one for you. So, in order for you to do those things, do your hobbies, do your goals, all that kind of stuff, let's say you start here. Actually, we'll go up here. This is you. See, the biggest problem that you have is you want to do the thing, right? You want to do the thing that you love, and so you just think it's going to be in a straight line and you push yourself, but you come crashing down, right? So it looks like this. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Who relates to that? This is over a period of like 3 months, 4 months. It's like good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad, good, bad. Biggest problem. Who relates to that? Comment the word me in the chat if that's you. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Not fun. You know what? It's fucking depressing. It's depressing. You don't have a confidence problem. You don't have a mood problem. You have a pushing and crashing problem. No, it's not pacing, man. Pacing is fixed. Pacing says walk for 10 minutes a day every day, no matter how you feel. That's not baseline. That's gonna keep you stuck. Keep you sick. Your body and brain and your approach needs to be flexible, otherwise you're gonna shoot yourself in the foot. Here's the key trick that you guys need to understand. This is you, the green line. What we need to do when we make progress, we need to maintain for a period of 2 to 4 weeks. Okay? No, I do not want you to increase your output at a fixed rate. That's not what I'm telling you. Matt Smith, the dude who's commenting all this stuff and making up stuff, stop it. We do not teach any of this, what you're saying. Okay, I don't know where you're learning this from, but it's not from CFS Health. Here's what you need to do instead. You need to maintain your current capacity consistently for 2 to 4 weeks in order for you to progress again. Now, when you progress again physically or cognitively, guess what? You maintain for another 2 to 4 weeks. And I'm going to give you the most important tip. Matt, you're just eager to recover. I get it. You just want to get better right now. Totally understand. Unfortunately, recovery doesn't happen like that. It takes time. You need to put in the work. Yeah. This can be life-changing for you if you apply it. So here's the deal with maintaining. You need to maintain for a period of 2 to 4 weeks, but your health must maintain. So if your health isn't maintaining for that 2 to 4 week maintenance period, it means that you're actually doing too much. Yeah, James, I wish this was taught in doctors' clinics, to be honest. I ran a workshop the other day, a paid workshop. I had 180 people jump on. This is a beautiful tea, by the way. Turmeric. Thank you to my friend who made it. On the workshop, I was so angry because everyone was like, oh my God, this is so good. Like, this makes so much sense. And I was like, you should be told this on your first doctor's appointment when you're diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome. Like, imagine how helpful this would be. This is why I started CFS Health over 16 years ago now, because I was so pissed off and upset and isolated and angry with my own situation in recovery. And as I got better, I made sure that no one else has to go through what I went through alone, because it was pretty freaking dark 20 plus years ago. So your health must maintain, meaning that you don't get sick or you don't have any setbacks in that 2 to 4 weeks. Guess what? If you pass that test, boom, progress again. And what happens is, if we look out, let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So this is 6 months. And all of a sudden, all of this green area here is actually your capacity. And so over 6 months, you have built the resilience in your brain and your body to adapt to new stimulus at a much higher output. And ultimately, this gives you the success. And success is able to do whatever you want to do whenever you want to do it. Now, 6 months is a minimum amount of time in terms of like getting to where you want to get to, from what we see. But this is the pathway, right? But remember, you can't get to the top of the mountain at the 6 month mark if you don't do this first. Restrengthen. Guess what happens once you start to progress cognitively and physically? What's step 3? Have a guess. By the way, if you want help with this and you want me to help you personally with this over the next 5 weeks, click over onto our link in our bio, go to Foundations. There is 2 days left to join. And I'll walk you through this completely. So you're going to have your own personal plan by the end of these 5 weeks. So you can do exactly what I'm talking about, which is ultimately to start living normal life again. It's a one-off payment. All the details are over in the link. Go check it out. And there's a bunch of bonuses you get when you join. No one can guess step 3? Come on. So we've got restore, stage 1. Stage 2 is restrengthen. Stage 3 is reintegrate.